Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we are back in the Russian Sledgehammer, the Vladivostok. And we are going to show just why I call this thing the Russian Sledgehammer, and that is because this thing is just a brute. There's no two ways around it. I know a lot of people like to play this thing kind of back and passively because, they're afraid of giving up a broadside. But I'm not that person. I tend to go a little bit more aggressive. Go figure. I know. It's crazy. Also, have you punched that like button? Are you subscribed to the channel? The only way to be part of something great and be a part of our path to the 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year is to punch that subscribe button. Make it your friend. Tell your friends. Tell your family. But appreciate you guys. As always, we are going to continue the grind. And today, the Vladivostok is just going to be so good. And I'll be honest with you guys. I'll be real honest with you. This game's damage output's not the craziest. But it's just the what this thing does during this game that just proves why this thing is the sledgehammer that it is. It is not meant to be a backline Betty, okay? This is not an Iowa, even though I don't play Iowas that way either. This is a Vladivostok. It has ridiculously tanky armor. Like, this thing is nasty. Yes, you gotta watch its broadside. And speaking of broadside, hello, Bismarck. That's an interesting turn you're making there, Jacka. Let's see how this works out for you. Now, to his credit, he does notice it's on its way, and he turns in, and we do get only a couple of hits into the superstructure. Not ideal. Again, showcasing that at medium to long range is not where you really want to be this. Remember, the Russian battleships get a boost to their accuracy inside of 12 kilometers. So you want to try to be within 12 kilometers. Okay? Makes sense, right? Checks out. Even me, as big dumb as I am, and also take a shot at destroyers once in a while because you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And we hit them with one shell. Not a lot of damage, 1,400 or so, but that's 1,400 damage less that somebody else has to do down the road. Potentially me. So you always want to take those shots if you have them. Learn to lead those shots, battleship captains. Also, pay attention to what's going on around you, okay? It really is that simple. A lot of battleship captains are afraid to move because they just do not pay attention. But here we see Jacka is reversing. We're going to go ahead and take the shot. Look at that. That's about as good a shot as you're going to get out of this thing at this kind of range. And we dropped 4 rounds on target. Only 3 of them managed to do any damage. 2 of them are overpins. That's not that bad. I mean, this thing at these kind of ranges is not going to be consistent. That's why I say you got to get up close and personal. Oh my god, you can't be serious. Surely this Vanguard is not going to do exactly what his division mate just did. Vanguard is not as tanky as a Bismarck. Anybody want to take a guess as to what happens to a Vanguard who decides to do the exact same thing that just cost a Bismarck 3/4 of his health? Yeah, it doesn't end well for the Vanguard, right? But, we're not quite in a position where we can take advantage of it, unfortunately, because of the island. So we are going to try to move into the middle, set up this crossfire. Again, they're bow tanking the guys directly across from them that they can see, and then I'm going to slip in here and introduce myself. Hello, Mr. Vanguard. That's a beautiful looking ship you got there, all nice and over-angled, and not the best dispersion on the planet, but doesn't matter because Stalin says hi. That's a lot of damage. Not bad. Plus, we're inside 12 kilometers now, so my next shot should be even more accurate. Unfortunately, he is going to get reversed enough to where he's going to be behind the island. It's going to be hard to line up a good shot here. You can see I'm kind of trying to look for superstructure. I end up losing my position and going for a auto-aim and slight adjustment. And unfortunately, we're only going to get like 1 hit out of this. Now, look at the Bismarck on our left. The Bismarck on our left is going to be pushing straight into the cap, and I admire this out of this Bismarck. He's got me in a pickle. I can either choose to go into a direct engagement with this Bismarck and chance him getting my broadside, or I can wait and see what he's going to do and then play accordingly. Okay? And, spoiler alert, he's going to charge straight in and try to get around to the backside of the island, so that's going to allow me to play peekaboo and go the other way. Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, Spartan, why are you afraid of a Bismarck? Well, I'm afraid of a Bismarck because this thing is not going to be able to turn in time, and if that Bismarck has AP loaded, he could easily one-shot me. Even a Bismarck can one-shot a Vladdy at this range if he gets my broadside. So we don't want to play that game, all right? Here you can see we're not worried about the Bismarck in particular. We're just trying to, like, we know we're safe from him. So we're looking at other options. We got a Zeton out there on the horizon that we're like, okay, we might be able to land a shell or two here, so we're going to take the shot, right? You miss all the shots you don't take. That's why we take them. So shots out. We currently have 42,000 damage, and we managed to get 3 overpins, taking us up to 47,000 damage. And now it's time for the brown pants moment of the day. Are you ready? Wait for it. I'm about to take a shot here. Now, I utilize this island right here to protect me from the battleship that's on my left. I don't know what that battleship... Oh my god, there's a Benson 3 kilometers away! Okay, now, obviously Benson's not the scariest destroyer to have 3 kilometers from you, but still, a destroyer 3 kilometers away from you, I'm not taking that chance. 5 overpins, that is about as good an accuracy as you're ever going to get out of this thing. We know that he's a one-shot kill at this point. Like, we just blapped the crap out of him. We're going to get the guns rotating to the left, but notice there's no torpedoes. Wonder why that is. Did he just use his torpedoes for some sort of area denial? Why would he not YOLO rush us here? I have a lot of questions. I'm only assuming that this man doesn't have torpedoes currently, and that leaves me one choice, and that is, it's go time. We ain't letting this little turd reload his torpedoes, okay? The Russian Sledgehammer does not wait for anybody. You ready? It was at this moment he knew. He f***ed up. Now watch. I'm assuming he's got torpedoes. Look at him ready to go. So we don't even wait. We just go ahead, pull out. We can't aim down sights because the island. So we just pull out, put the target or the reticle on him, and pull the trigger. And that's when Mr. Bismarck, a.k.a. Jacka, comes around the corner, and I'm like, well, this is an interesting strategy. Hi, Jacka. Remember me? I'm a little closer this time. And you're still very, very broadside. So we're going to say hello. In the way that only I can. Bonk. Unfortunately, we only get 4 shells to hit. 2 of them were overpins. Wasn't the greatest accuracy in the world, but we used all our RNG up on that destroyer. I'll take that. Up to this point, we've played basically a perfect game. Unfortunately, Jacka's going to go ram the New Jersey. Can't blame him. New Jersey's just sitting there begging for it, and Jacka's almost dead, so it makes sense. So I can't even hate him for it, you know what I'm saying? But now it's time to re-engage the Bismarck. We have all the caps. They're starting to cap 2 of them, obviously, but we have all the caps. We have a huge points lead. It is one of those things where you've got to weigh your options. Pay attention to what's going on. Choose your engagements. Dictate the engagements. Don't let the enemy dictate the engagements for you, because that means that they're going to have the upper hand, most likely, right? You only dictate engagements where you have the upper hand. Otherwise, you're just giving the enemy the chance, which is no fun. Trust me. But here you can see, I'm looking at the Massachusetts. I'm thinking, okay, we might be able to shoot this guy. If you look at the mini-map, the Bismarck's on the other side of the island from us, so we're not too worried about the Bismarck at the moment. But just about the time that we get a look at the Zeton in the middle here, wait for it, he should be lighting up any moment. There he is. Zeton is lit up. We're going to go ahead and take this shot. Unfortunately, Zeton's slowing down and turning towards us, and that's the moment that the Bismarck comes out. Dadgummit. Now, here you can see I'm asking for help, and the guy behind me, to his credit, is the Nikotsky, and he is indeed going to help. Unfortunately, it's going to cost him his life doing so, because he's already traded quite a few of his hit points to get rid of the enemy Z. So, yeah. Not an ideal situation for him, but I do at least applaud him for doing the right thing. He tries here to do the right thing. He's going to go around the island. He's not going to come straight in and get blapped. We put a beautiful shot down range. 5 out of 6 shells landing, smashing the Bismarck right there. Now, here I'm contemplating going for it. I was actually expecting this Bismarck to go for a broadside, But no, he's just gonna like park and use the secondaries. He's probably got the secondary booster on there. He feels pretty good about himself. He's firing HE out of it, which is hilarious, but at the same time, it's very effective. So can't argue with it. Against the Vladdy, the HE from his Bismarck is probably the better choice at this angle, especially. But we're gonna blap him straight through the bow side plating again. And then we're going to swing out to get the rear guns involved because I'm not afraid of them whatsoever. And then I realize that my destroyer's there. He does manage to get some torps away before he gets killed. Is he going to finish him off? Oh, one torp hits the island. Is it going to be enough? He only needs one, but he gets two. He actually needed both of those to hit. I could have swore he only needed one. But, yeah, right there you have it. Beautiful play by the Akatsuki. A good trade. I'll take that. Well done to him. He ends up having a fantastic game, by the way, in the Akatsuki, so well done to him in general. Now, back to the Zeton. We have this Zeton dead to rights. This man does not remember we exist. I don't know why. We just smacked him a minute ago, and I know we missed him completely with our last shot, but you would think this guy would remember us at some point. Like, the dude should know we're here, especially considering we're pretty freaking close to him. But, nope, he decides he wants to go full broadside to get his guns after our battleship in the back, and that's going to leave him wide open to Stalinium saying hello. And, yeah, that's going to hurt. Out he goes. Yeah, that's just nasty right there. But, that takes us up to 118,000 damage, but we're not done yet, folks. We're capturing the base again. Or at least we're going to try to capture the base. The enemy actually, or we didn't actually capture the base. The Black did. So, we've got our guns loaded. Look at the destroyer getting lit up on the left side. Let's go ahead and get the guns turning. The Black should have no trouble removing this Akatsuki. But just in case, we're going to go ahead and take the shot because you never know. And sure enough, Black does not quite finish him off, and that gives us our high caliber and lets us get the final kill for 3 kills. And what was it, 121,000 damage? I think somewhere in that neighborhood. 119,000 damage. Not too shabby. Top of the leaderboard, 2,300 base XP. Akatsuki, again, well done. 2,100 base XP and 3 kills with a first blood, a flesh wound, and a dev strike for him. So let me know what you guys think. Did you enjoy this Russian Sledgehammer video? And if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.